Hello folks, it is Heath with the Groovy Gold Hunter, aka Indiana Jones in the temple of my garage. So I'm here again to do some more pay dirt review, and this is going to be the second pay dirt review of Vendetta Prospecting because I've already done a video of Vendetta Prospecting. The pay dirt that we will be doing today is Big Bug with an added gram guaranteed. This probably feels like 2 pounds worth of pay dirt, so pretty heavy. The price on it is $73 for a guaranteed gram. Should have a good amount of pay dirt that we can classify and get it down and see what we get. I've never had a pay dirt company guarantee 1 gram and then put 2 grams in, so we'll see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Big Bug right here, added gram. Like I said, it's got some weight to it, so I would say about 2 pounds worth of weight. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. I guess it's Big Bug Creek, I don't know, it just says Big Bug. And there's some big rocks in there too. Nice and dry. So there it is. Yeah, if you can't get all of this out, this is pretty dry, but I think I got it all out. Because if you can't get all of it out, just take a squirt bottle, squirt it in there, squirt it into a pan. Pretty big chunks of rock in there. We'll go ahead and classify all that down. Start with the 1/4 inch. That's really all I've got is a 1/4 inch. So we'll start with this classifier right here. So there's that. And we'll dump all this in and see what happens. And a lot of big rocks. Hard to do this with one hand. Big old, ooh, look at that quartz. That's a big old chunk of quartz. That's going to be fun to break down. If y'all don't know by now, I like to break down all my quartz. Take this, definitely quartz. That's a rock. I'll have to clean them off to get a better view of what these are. So yeah, that's pretty much what all of this is. Pretty much all rock. I can see more quartz in here. I'm just going to pick all that stuff out and we'll break those up at a later time. Okay, so now let's classify this down to the 1/8 inch. Pretty much all I've got left. There's not a whole lot in there. Classify all that down. Very dusty. Make sure I get all of it. Oh goodness. A lot of dust. A lot of dust. Good Lord. This is probably why a lot of people wet classify their material. So let's see. This is the +1/8 inch material right here. Don't know what we'll find in there, but we'll see. This is my next step down. I've also got these little green classifiers. They work good for small amounts of dirt, but not for large amounts of dirt. Drop it in there, and then we'll take this material and dump it in that little green thing. Hopefully I can hit that green thing. Oh yeah. Oh, and here comes the dust. Oh man. Smoky. Very dusty. Not a whole lot in this one. I just like classifying stuff down. Now, I do not classify anything below 40 or 50 mesh. There's not a whole lot of material. And I love these screens because they fit perfectly into a 1 gallon bucket. And what I'll do is just classify this down, and then I'll have my -20. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up all the dust clouds that are in this garage right now, but there's a lot. All right, so here's my +20, and we'll finish it off with my +40 screen. And I will not classify this down any more than I just did because, I mean, there's just not enough material. So we're done with that. Now let's get to panning. Here is my +1/4 inch, which is basically all the quartz and those weird rocks. My +1/8 inch, +10 or -1/8 inch. There's my +20, my -20, +40, and my -40. Not a whole lot of pay dirt. It was mostly all that rock right there. That's what made it so heavy, but yeah. We got a little bit to pan out, so let's get started. So we're going to start with, let's start with the one before that because there's not much in it. That's just a pan's worth. So we're going to start with this right here. Usually I go from biggest to smallest, but in this case, since there's not much in here, we'll do just the +10. Now, like I said before, this is guaranteed 1 gram of gold, and I'm expecting to get exactly that, maybe a tad bit more. They usually add maybe a couple of hundredths of a gram more, so I guess I could go ahead and pan it back, but I'm gonna get some more of those little rocks off. Tap, tap, tap. Let's bring it back. Oh yeah, nada, boo. Well, that was technically our first pan, so. All right, now this is the +20. I'm gonna stratify and get all that murky dirt off of it. I can keep my water as clean as possible. So yeah, these rocks are a lot bigger. All right. No gold. All right, so this is the last of my plus 20. I mean, surely there's going to be one little piece in here. Come on, gold. Pan it back. I do see a nice chunk of gold right there, so now it's getting better. Draw it back. There it is. Nice piece. Nice piece of gold right there. Nice chunky piece, too. There it is right there. See it? Probably about 1/10 of a gram. Not that big, but it's a clinker. No doubt about it. It's a clinker. All right. So I got my first piece of gold that I can suck up with my snuffer bottle. Oh, looky there. It got caught in the snuffer bottle. That's a great sign. I love pieces of gold that get jammed up in a bottle. Maybe not, because now I can't get it out. First piece of gold. Right there. Okie dokie. Let's do our next round, which is our plus 20. I think the last thing that we did was our 1/8". This is the plus 20 stuff, so I screwed that up. Sorry guys. So far I haven't put a magnet to that really fine stuff, but so far this stuff is really easy to pan off because it's mostly just rocks and quartz. Let's pan this back, see what we got, and we got nothing. So let's pan the rest of this, and that's all of my plus 20. Stuff goes pretty quick. This shouldn't be a very long video, but you know me, I like to drag stuff out in the 30-45 minute videos. This won't be that long of a video, but so I do see some gold in this one. Let me pan it all back and I will show you. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, about 8 pieces of plus 20 size flakes right there. Get you a close up. So that's still not anywhere near a gram of gold. From that one big piece that I got and these little pieces, I'd say it's about, my guesstimate is about 3/10 of a gram. So now we're at the minus 20. This is my second to the last batch, so we're almost done. And again, I'll do half and half. Yeah, and until I can make myself a game plan to go somewhere and actually do this without having to buy pay dirt, this is pretty much all I've been doing, just buying pay dirt, doing reviews, at least filming them. I haven't edited half of them that I've done because it just takes so long. And I like going to my garage on the weekends when I'm not working and just chill, relax, and pan. It's just therapeutic for me. For those who have watched my channel, I do appreciate those who have given me suggestions of pay dirt companies to buy from. Because like I was saying earlier, somebody had suggested me to try Vendetta Prospecting and said that they had really good pay dirt. So I'm like, okay. And I did, and they've got pretty good pay dirt. Good Lord, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a lot of gold. That's what I like to see. So anyway, thank you guys for leaving me suggestions of pay dirt people to buy from. And if you have any more, leave them in the comments, because as long as they're reasonably priced and they guarantee certain amounts of gold, I'll give them a try. Because there are some vendors I'm going to stop buying from just because they're just, God, they take forever. The only one that takes forever that I will still buy from is Miners Depot. Places like Lynch, I'm still waiting for something that I ordered on February 14th. And what's worse about it is I've sent them a message, an email, and said, hey, it's been over a month since I've ordered this pay dirt. Hadn't even shown that it's been shipped or nothing. No response. Kind of getting old. This company right here, I've gotten it within a week. And that's what I like, because I usually will order me some pay dirt at the end of the week, like a Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I know I will get some pay dirt Thursday, Friday, or Saturday of next week. So when I'm off work, I can pan for gold. That's a good amount of gold right there. I mean, that's nice. So this is the rest of my minus 20 right here. We'll go ahead and dump it all in there and pan it out. Stratify it. And if you're watching this for the first time and you've never panned before, there are terms that we gold panners use, like stratifying and classifying and panning and stuff. Some people don't like this method right here. I don't either. The only time I do the swirling part of stratifying is when I'm just breaking up the mud and the dirt from the rock. After that, I just shake it and lean it towards my ripples, because I want all of my heavier material, i.e. gold, to get in this little area right here, that crease. Because when I'm panning it off, I want all the lighter stuff going over the gold, and all of my gold and heavies material being down in this little crevice right here. This is where I want my gold to stick, but over here on this side where I'm panning it off. If people do this and do this and do this, and all of a sudden they just start dumping it, there could be gold over here that you're throwing over the top. That's the best I can explain it. I'm not a really good explainer, but that's what I mean. And then I don't force the water off. All I'm doing is sticking my pan in and pulling it up at an angle. That way all of this lighter material leaves the pan, all the heavier stuff stays behind. And if I start to see it start moving in these grooves, I'll immediately stop what I'm doing and I'll re-stratify it. And I'm just making all my gold go back to the bottom. Technically, I can just go ahead and tap this and start panning it back, but I use this side right here to get some more of that lighter material off. When I do this, I do it very carefully and I watch everything that comes off, and I'm just trying to get this top layer off just to get more of that lighter stuff off of the gold. And I'll just do that a couple times until I get really low on material, and then I'll start panning it back. And then all you do is you're tapping, trying to get all the heaviest stuff back here and push all the lighter stuff over here. So there's my 101 on how to gold pan. What a horrible teaching lesson I just gave you. That's just the way I do it. And then if I don't want any of that stuff in my pan anymore, I'll just squirt it off. All right, so let's take a look. Man, that was a good pan right there. That -20 was excellent. Look at all that gold. So at least we know where most of our gold came out of. It came out of that -20 material. These are snuffer bottles, and these are by far the greatest snuffer bottles out there. I have bought at least 5 or 6 different kinds, and they don't even compare to this Garrett Gold Guzzler. This is all I've got left, and I'm going to run this through my sluice box, only because I like running my sluice box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet this material really good. I did it again. I do it every time. I wanted to run a magnet through this, and true to form, I forget, because I want to run it through my sluice box and I forget to run the magnet through it. So stupid. So here's my sluice box that I do love to use, especially with my finer material. So I'm going to take all of this fine material right here and we're going to run it through the sluice box, and I'm just going to hold the camera and do it. And I built this sluice box about 4 or 5 months ago. Sluice mat included. I built this. It's kind of a hybrid, regular riffles and dream mat combination. I made about 5 different sluice mats, and it was really just trial and error. But it's a very simple process. Ooh, let me straighten that out. You just got your little PVC pipe, drilled holes in it, ran a hose with my pump is nothing more than a pond pump that I had outside in my pond, and just hook a hose to it. Built this little box, waterproofed it, built a mat that would fit in here. I used old material. This is PVC board for outdoors, so it is waterproof, doesn't warp. I had I believe it was a 5 1/4 inch board, so I used that for the base. If you can see right here in the ripples, this is where I catch 99% of my gold anyway. I've rarely caught any gold back here. I guarantee you that is black magnetic material that I should have sucked out of there before I decided to wet it down. We're going to finish this. I'm almost done with this, and then we're going to take this out, and then we'll pan all of this, and I'll go ahead and pan my tailings too, just to make sure I didn't miss any gold. Be right back. All right, so I'm going to take this water and I'm going to pour it into the bucket. That's enough. I'll take all of this material and I'll go ahead, since it really wasn't a lot of -40 stuff, I could pan this out in one swoop. Yeah, this is all of my tailings, so I'll just go ahead and pan this out. No gold, so that's good. That means I didn't lose any gold in that run that I just did. So now I'm going to take this, clean it out into the bucket that I poured my water into. I will take my mat and I will dump it into this bucket and clean my mat out. And I just make sure that I stay over the water so all of my stuff that was in the mat falls directly into the bucket and not on the floor, because that would not be good. Nice and clean, no more sand. So then I'll take this and I'll pour, because a lot of my sand or what I put in here, it'll get in between the mat and underneath the mat. So then I'll take this water that I poured into my bucket to get all of my stuff out of the mat, and I'll use it to wash off all of the stuff that got under my mat. Then once this is clean, put this back in there. So I'm dumping all the water out except for the stuff that I washed out, and this is all the stuff that I washed out right here, and I'm going to dump it into this bucket. This is what I've got left to pan. We will pan this out right now. We'll see how it goes. I don't even know if there's any gold in this fine stuff because I hadn't seen any yet. It could be buried in that magnetic material. You just never know. Alright, let's pan it back, see if we got anything. One I thought. Whoa, we got a runner. Floating gold. It's a real thing, folks. It is a real thing. Here it goes. Gold does not like water. Now, if you do have a problem with floating gold like I am right here, I don't know if you can see that with my camera, but we've got a floater. Easiest way to handle that, jet dry. That was way too much jet dry. Now we will have absolutely no floating gold because this is mostly jet dry now, not water. So I'm not going to dump my tailings yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and collect that. I'll show it to you first. So there is the gold. I'm going to go ahead and suck that up. See all the bubbles now? That's from the jet dry. I just want to make sure I got every bit of gold that I could have gotten out of there. But yeah, I think we're done. I don't think I'm missing any more gold. I think I got every bit of it. Okay, let's see how much gold we got. And we're going to dump it in here and see what we got. And I always dump it in a pan just in case some of it gets out. Got all the gold out. Now we're going to dump all of the water. You can see all the bubbles in there. That's from all of that jet dry that I just poured in there to keep the gold from floating. So I guess it's still serving a purpose. Way too many bubbles in there. Can't even see the gold. So let's dip some water in there. Try to get them bubbles out. So what I'll do is just dry it out and then I'll just sit it somewhere warm and just let it dry itself out. Get as much water out as I can. But there's my gold. We're going to dry it up and weigh it and see what we got. Okay, so we dried it up. Now it's time to look at it. See how much we got. Let's weigh it. I got my little light here so we can see what the gold looks like. And there it is. Not bad. Nice and shiny. I like shiny gold. Let's zero it out and let's start dipping it in there. Oh yeah, what do we got? What do we got? Up. As I predicted. 1.074 grams. So just over a gram. 1.075. There it is again. And yeah, let's get on the old gold calculator and see how much we got. Okay, now we're on our little gold calculator, and right now gold prices are at an all-time high, I think. I've never seen gold prices this high. As of March 17, 2003, gold prices are $1,988.92. That's huge. We got 1.075 grams. We'll calculate $68.74. Not bad at all. Go to our percentage calculator, and I've already put the numbers in. $68.74. Paid $73. You know, paying full price with shipping and everything, $73, and we're getting 94% back. That's awesome. I mean, you can't complain about that. So a good, very good return on this pay dirt from Vendetta Prospecting. Alright, so there you go. That's your $73 bag of Vendetta Prospecting gold. You got your guaranteed gold, so you can't go wrong with that. You know, not too bad. Very quick to pan out. That's why I like pay dirt bags that come in bigger bulk. I know that they don't put as much dirt in there to save on shipping, but they gave me about 2 pounds of pay dirt, and most of it was big rocks. Pretty nice looking gold too. It's pretty shiny. You get your gram of gold, can't complain. That does it for the Vendetta Prospecting pay dirt review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please hit that like and subscribe and share button. Hit them all. Hit all 3 of them. They're on there somewhere. If you are a subscriber, don't forget to hit the notification button. That way, every time I do put out a new video, you will be the first person to know. And I hope you do subscribe because it doesn't cost you a single thing. Thank you guys. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. You all have a groovy one. Bye.